For more on this breaking news out of the Supreme Court, Senator Mike Lee, a Republican from Utah, joins us. He is a member of the Tea Party caucus. In some ways, has the Supreme Court given the president an issue to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory? They have said it's constitutional, but they have said, Senator, this is a tax. The president says it's not.
You know, this ruling today, while not the one that I wanted or expected, will prove to be a victory for the individual mandate that is fleeting and short-lived and really illusory. Because what the court has said is, first of all, that Congress doesn't have the power under the Commerce Clause to adopt the individual mandate. Secondly, they've said they're able to sustain it only by shoehorning it quite awkwardly into Congress's taxing authority. But most Americans don't like the individual mandate already. They'll like it even less when they understand that it's a tax.
We understand that the Speaker of the House has scheduled a vote for July 9th to repeal the Affordable Care Act on the House side. When that gets to the Senate, will it go anywhere? What happens to it?
Well, a number of us in both houses of Congress are going to do everything we can to make sure that this gets a full and fair vetting and that it gets an up or down vote. The American people deserve not to have a tax increase without Congress ever acting. And that's what happened today by mandate, by dictate of the U.S. Supreme Court. There will be tremendous political consequences to any who oppose this. Any who decide to vote to sustain this tax will do so at their own political peril. I would add, by the way, that this is a huge boon to the campaign of Mitt Romney. The American people are going to be flocking around him saying, we don't want new taxes. We especially don't want new taxes on the poor, and that's what this does.
Well, Senator Reid obviously has not been seen as someone who is likely to allow this bill to come to the Senate floor. Can he be pressured to do so?
You know, with the support of the American people, we can get people to change their minds. I anticipate that if people continue to contact their members of Congress, continue especially to contact their senators and say, we want an up or down vote on the question of whether a new tax should be imposed on Americans. 75% of which, by the way, will be paid by those earning less than $120,000 a year. With that kind of pressure, the Senate can be expected to do the right thing.
We mentioned that you're a Tea Party caucus member, obviously elected with great support from Tea Party constituents. Do you expect that this ruling will generate all kinds of enthusiasm among the Tea Party members?
This will generate a lot of enthusiasm among Americans generally, because to an increasing degree, Americans are having discussions about the power of government, about the Constitution around the kitchen table. They're talking about whether Congress ought to have the power to tell people they have to buy something they may not want. It offends our basic sense of freedom as Americans to be told that by government bureaucrats. So I think this is a huge victory for people everywhere who want to restrict the power of government.
Senator Mike Lee, Republican of Utah, thank you.